Hi, I'm Bob with NC Express. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about EV chargers. We wire a tremendous amount of EV chargers. They're getting more and more popular right now, and more people are buying the vehicles. So I wanted to talk to you about two things. One of them is that Duke in North Carolina here, and probably everywhere, is offering a rebate. Most likely it's backed up by the government. $1,117 credit, not a rebate, it's a credit that you can use towards wiring your EV charger per car. Okay, per car. It does not apply to the permit, the electrical permit, which is required, and it does not apply to the actual charger itself. But to cover the wiring, the breaker, the labor, so on and so forth, um, up to $1,117. That's a lot of money, and it will cover just about every single install that we do. So if you want to take advantage of that, you can reach out to Duke, you can reach out to us, and we can tell you how. And if you've already had an EV charger put in and have not applied for that, I believe they'll go back 4 months. You could try longer, but I believe they'll go back 4 months and you can still receive that credit. Pretty awesome. Let me know. I'm also working on having us become a contractor for Duke to install these. We get the credit, they pay us. This way you have no money out of pocket for wiring your charger. That's pretty fantastic. Okay. We're working on that. So this way, instead of you waiting 45, 60 days for your credit, we'll wait that long for our money. But that's what we're working on with that anyway. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is why I'm not getting an EV, electric vehicle, at this time. I wanted to give you a few things to think about if you've not purchased one yet. Some of the reasons why I'm not may apply to you. One, I don't use my car much locally at all. My car is mainly driven for long distance. I might hop in it once or twice a week if I'm lucky to go 10 miles. But when I travel, my wife and I use my vehicle, and that's when we travel. So we might go to the mountains, Cherokee, quite often, a couple of times a year. We go up north, we go down south. And the problem I'm having right now is, one, there are a lot of charging stations opening up. Not many chargers at each station, but that's growing as well. My issue is when I do travel, say I go to Cherokee, going up a mountain uses a tremendous amount of battery. Now, when you look at the specs on the mileage that you can get out of a battery, that's most likely flat surface, windows up, no air conditioning, no heat. Okay. As soon as you start putting other elements into the situation, that range decreases drastically. Going up mountains, electric vehicles are heavy with those batteries, uses a tremendous amount of electricity going up a mountain. Now, going down, you recharge. Not nearly as much as you've used, but you can recharge when you go down a hill, which, is a little bit of a bonus. You get some back. But I don't want to get stuck anywhere. That's my biggest fear. A couple of years ago, I was traveling out west, and a tanker truck was on the highway, and it got in an accident, and we were stuck for over 3 hours. Could not move, couldn't go anywhere. Now, keep in mind that the heat and the air conditioning both use battery, okay? And if you'll remember, a couple of years ago, somewhere up north, it was such a bad snowstorm that there were pileups, and people were stuck there 8, 10, 12 hours or longer on the highway, couldn't go anywhere. Now, if you've got an EV, let's just say you have 25% of your battery left and you were planning on going 5 miles up the road and get a charge, and you encounter an accident like this, roadblock, construction, whatever, you're stuck. You can't go anywhere. You've either got to turn it off and freeze in order to save your juice so you can get to your next charge point, or you got to use it and hope that you still have some left. You see, because nobody's going to bring you a 5-gallon bucket of electricity at this point. There are things in the works that portable chargers that people can deliver. But if you're stuck in traffic, man, you can't get in, you can't get out. So the winter time, when it's cold, batteries are not as efficient to begin with. They don't charge as efficient. They don't last as long. You need the heat. Air conditioning. My wife needs her air. At our age, there's health reasons, all kinds of reasons why we need our air. Again, the air conditioning uses electricity. So if you are stuck again in traffic, that can be sucking the battery out of you. So it's a chance. Right now, there's also not enough chargers for my taste. I'm used to gas, pull in, 10 minutes, I'm in and out, full tank. I just spoke to someone the other day. He's got an electric BMW, and he was saying that he was on a road trip. The map that pulls up on the dashboard where the next charging point is that he needs to go to, he pulls in there. Not many chargers. They're all full. As a matter of fact, most of them have multiple vehicles in line because they're pumping out electric vehicles at a higher rate than they are putting charging stations out there. He had to wait. You have 2 vehicles, 1 charging. The average charge is going to take 20 minutes. Okay? It may take longer. 20 minutes. 20 minutes for the guy that's on the charger. If he just got there, 20 minutes for each person waiting, and then 20 minutes for you. That's 80 minutes in order to get in and out with the charge. That doesn't sit well with me. So it's coming, folks. The chargers are getting there. But these are some of the things that you need to take into consideration when you're going. Now, I read the other day that Tesla is possibly going to be opening up their chargers to everybody. Okay. And their charging plug is going to be standard. It's made standard in a couple of states already. That's the standard plug that all vehicles need to have. So it's going to probably tick off Tesla users because, they're usually the only ones at the Tesla superchargers. But if they open it up to everybody, it's probably going to put more cha-ching in Elon Musk's pocket. But it will at least expand the charging options for us. Also, just so the point of information, yesterday, Toyota released a statement. They've got a car coming out, solid state battery. They are claiming 700 plus miles to a charge. Now that would be awesome. I would jump all over that. It's going to be a couple of years before that comes out. So you may want to consider leasing an EV instead of buying, because EVs are changing and they are modifying. The technology is increasing drastically and quick. So in 3 years, you purchase one, that might be a dinosaur in 3 years. So you may want to consider leasing and then upgrade to the newest model in 3 years or so. Also, I know Tesla is also looking at, and I don't know about anybody else, a wireless charger for your car, sort of like a plate, just like you have for your cell phones. You just lay it down and it charges. You could just pull in your garage, done deal, automatically charges. That's coming. So it's an exciting time for EVs. Cost is going to fluctuate. Somehow those states and the government is going to have to get some of that tax money it's losing from the tax on gasoline. So it's either going to have to go on your registration or on the cost of electricity somewhere along the line. They're going to get it back sooner or later. But in the meantime, take advantage of it. All right. Anyway, any questions, give us a call, 919-859-9588. Subscribe. We've got a bunch more tips on here. And hope to see you. Give us a call if you want that charger wire. We'll give you a free estimate.